His pure and devoted lifestyle, combined with his practice of celibacy and profound meditation, are seen as key factors in his cultivation of Ojas, which manifested in his extraordinary spiritual presence and energy.
You're on credit card. You can go on drawing, catch bank's money. Well, you have done too much of that, I'm not talking about money drawing. There is a boundless amount of energy in the existence for one who is willing to open his or her doors. For those who don't open the doors, they have to generate from within, lot of work. Oh, I'm open Sadhguru, so I don't have to do my practices tomorrow morning. No, no, the practice will open the door, otherwise it will close. You create this for yourself in this life. Yeah. If you don't do this, when I'm here, believe me, it'll be an uphill task for you later on.
Bandha literally means a lock. That is, you engage certain locks in the body so that your energy behaves in a particular way. Why these bandhas? What they can do for you? Have you heard of a word called Ojas? O-J-A-S, Ojas? No? No? Okay. The word Ojas means a non-physical dimension of energy. That is, you can generate a certain amount of non-physical dimension of energy around you. If you have Ojas around you, your passage through the world, the passage through life becomes well lubricated. That is, you will pass with minimum amount of friction. In the Far East Asian cultures, an enlightened being is referred to as Enchi. Enchi literally means a circle. You know, your car, do you have… what kind of wheels do you have? Round wheels or square wheels or triangular wheels? What do you have? Oh, but a triangular wheels would be definitely more jazzy, isn't it? Why round wheels? Least amount of resistance. With least amount of resistance it rolls. Any moving part we want to make it round because it moves with least amount of resistance. So we are referring to… in the Far East Asian cultures, they are referring to an enlightened being as Enchi, which means he's a circle, not because he's round of body, because he moves with least amount of resistance, well lubricated. You may have a fantastic driving machine, just take off the engine oil and drive it. How long do you think your car will last? Your Jaguar, how long will it last if you take away the engine oil? Maybe 10 minutes. In 15 minutes, it'll be gone. So lubrication is that important. In anything that moves, lubrication is that important. So if you want to move through the world without being well lubricated, you will see every step of your life seems like friction and every step of your life will be suffering because there is no lubrication. There are lots of people like this. They're intelligent, they're competent, they're capable, but their life is a mess because every step they take, they are in friction with something. So if you develop a certain amount of ojas around you, you pass through this existence with least amount of friction. The less friction you have, the more you would like to do, isn't it? Yes? You would naturally venture to do a lot of things if you had no friction problems. But every day you step out, you get into some friction, you will hesitate tomorrow to step out. This is happening all the time, isn't it? When you develop ojas, if you start developing ojas, one thing that will happen to you is all the excess weight in the body will start going away by itself. You know, if you come to the yoga center, you will see certain people at certain times will be in a certain type of sadhana or certain type of inner work. When they're doing this, these days we keep them completely secluded because people get scared looking at the way they eat. They will eat 10 times of what a normal person would eat, heaps of food, but they will be losing weight. We will put them on high-fat diet, all ghee, milk, butter, like this. In spite of that, they will continue to lose weight simply because they're converting the physical into non-physical dimension of energy. Whatever they consume is just burnt and it doesn't become body, it becomes another dimension of energy. In yoga, we call this as stealing from the earth. Because whatever you have right now, the mass of your body, is something that you have borrowed from this planet. You can borrow. Mother Earth is very generous with the loan that she gives. You can borrow as much as you want if you can carry it around. But when the time to pay back, when the time for payback comes, she will collect atom to atom. If you say, I've been here for so long, let me have one atom as a souvenir, no deal. She collects every atom back. So this is considered stealing from the earth because now you transform physical into non-physical dimension of energy. Now she cannot stop you. You can take it away with you. So this is packaging something for a long journey without she knowing about it. Otherwise, she will grab it back. If it's in the physical form, she'll filter it out. If it's in a non-physical form, the earth cannot hold it back. Now you're doing Shambhavi. If you're doing it every day, you will develop ojas, some amount of ojas, which will see suddenly everything seems to be facilitated for you, it just happens. If you do not have any ojas, you may have all other capabilities, but simply because of the fear of friction, you will be held back. I feel this is 80% of the world's population. They are all held back, always with the fear of what will happen to me, what will happen to me. Wherever they go, they will have bad experiences. If they step in and try to do something with some enthusiasm, tomorrow morning little friction happens and they stay back. I think this is 80% of the population, the fear of what will happen makes them into half a step, never a full step in their life. So, ojas or generating ojas is a very important part of living successfully in whatever you're doing. The medical sciences for tejas and ojas, prana, they're beginning to recognize kind of.
Correct, correct. You know, very good question. Prana is your neuroelectrical impulse, your neuroelectricity. But tejas is nothing but certain kind of amino acid. They work at the level of cell membrane, at the level of RNA, DNA, they are tejas. And ojas is the immune system. So, ojas, tejas, prana, these are three important factors. They maintain the life of a single cell. The single cell can live longer. And that's the beauty. But there is no parallel. One thing is there, when liver destroys the old red blood cell and out of destruction of RBC, the hemoglobin comes out and the heme is separated and globin part is ojas in the liver. That's why doctor give gamma globulin shot to prevent hepatitis. So that globulin is a very special protein, maybe resembling to the ojas. Tejas is amino acid, liver enzyme, because liver is a seat of five bhutagni. Every ether, air, fire, water, earth has an agni component. Nabasa Agni, the Agni component of space. Vayavya Agni, the Agni component of air, which really absorb the gaseous exchange happen because of that. Tejo Agni, which is responsible for cellular metabolic activity. And Apo Agni, which maintain plasma serum. And Parthiva Agni is a mineral, calcium, magnesium, zinc. So exactly when we study modern medicine and Ayurveda concurrently and inherently, then we will understand which part is prana, which part is tejas, and which part is ojas.
In the yogic sciences, generally, ojas is seen as a non-physical dimension of energy. If you… because everything physical has come from the non-physical. If you create a cocoon of non-physical dimension of energy, cocoon does not mean like this.
Right.
On the cellular level, every cell has a little bit of non-physical dimension
Correct.
of wrap around itself. That cell will continuously regenerate itself at a pace that is considered miraculous.
Correct, correct.
Well, your recovery from anything, injury or any ailment will be like that. Above all, first of all, you don't get sick enough to be called sick. Depending on how violently you live.
Right, right.
When I say how violently, see, you're living a nice peaceful life, I live a violent life, I'm on full speed on a motorcycle. So, my life is 7 days of the week, 365 days. There's no day, there's no night. You know, sometimes it's 24 hours work, other days it's 18, 20 hours of work. It's a violent life. But still I have not cancelled a single event because I am not well. Such a thing has not happened in the last 39 years.
No, what you say, very beautiful.
A certain
yeah.
amount of ojas kind of puts you back always. It doesn't matter. It's not that I have not been unwell, well, I caught flu, I caught this, I caught that many times. But no matter what's happening, I can still continue my activity.
Right.
So, if what you said kind of interests me, that ojas is that kind of energy which is not physical in nature.
Right, right.
But if you are incubated in that always, if every cell is incubated in that always,
Correct.
your recovery or your ability to be beyond what physical things do to you.
Ayurveda says that ojas can be measured on physical level in physical term as ojosar. Then tejas can be measured. Then there is a para ojas and upper ojas. So para is superior. Superior ojas is ashtabindvatmakam param ojam rudistitaha. So that 8 drop, ashtabindvatakam ojas, the 8 drop of superfine ojas that comes to the heart and that stimulate pacemaker SA node, then it stimulate to the AV node and to the bundle of His. All cardiac activity are governed by that superior ojas. Then inferior ojas are the anjali, which is half pint, and that is circulating throughout the body to maintain immunological response. But there is a Shakti Rup ojas that become aura. So if you do meditation, you are in samadhi, then that your upper ojas become para ojas become aura. And that halo, that aura is nothing but ojas. But the color of the aura is tejas. And pulsation of aura, vibration of aura is prana. Even at the auric level, ojas, tejas, prana are operating in a subtle Shakti form. But in a physical form, ojas, there is a ojo prakriti. And Ayurveda says the person who is very handsome, dynamic, with attractive eyes and very charming personality, when he comes, there is a whole vibration.
I look like a blind man.
Yeah. So that is called, so you fall into that category. Your prakriti is ojo prakriti. So ojas is a physical thing. Ojas can be psychological thing, which is bliss, joy, happiness, and ojas can be spiritual thing, which is samadhi.
So Ayurveda talks about these aspects, is it?
To some extent. Charak does talk about it.
I've always been so engaged with life, I never had the patience to study anything. I'm just absolutely involved with life inside and life outside.
Correct.
So I never sat down and made a study of anything. So you must tell us, sir, you spent a lifetime of study.
I think your whole life is a study. Even you are driving motorbike, still you are observing, you are learning. There is no end to the study, no end to the learning. Learning is at every moment. And that is your humbleness. You said, I have no time, but you are always in that process.
I was talking to a senior doctor who is a researcher of these things, who is kind of one of the foremost experts on Ayurveda and alternative medicine systems. So when I was talking to him, because I am not a scholar of any kind in Ayurveda or anything, I just know what happens in my body, that's it. This is the only Veda I read. So he was talking about prana and other things, then I said, what about Ojas? For me, all I know is whatever, anything that doesn't function, if I wrap myself in Ojas, it fixes itself. It doesn't matter what somebody says, how I'm doing well. Because it's not just a cocoon that you create around yourself, it's a cocoon that you could create around 1 million people if you want. And it's also a cocoon that you can create around each cell of yours. Every cell in the body can have a layer of ojas around it. This is a non-physical dimension of energy, which is what you're trying to develop. Is that how it's coming out? You're trying. Maybe once a week, huh? Hello? Once a week, huh? So some of you are trying daily, some of you are whatever. Well, this is a simple method. There are other ways to simply imbibe, because it's there. See, you're on debit card. Then, let's say if you have $1,000, you can only withdraw $1,000. You're on credit card. You can go on drawing, it's bank's money. Well, you've done too much of that, I'm not talking about money drawing. There is a boundless amount of energy in the existence. For one who is willing to open his or her doors. For those who don't open the doors, they have to generate from within, a lot of work. Oh, I'm open Sadhguru, so I don't have to do my practices tomorrow morning. No, the practice will open the door, otherwise it will close. Yes, very easily it'll close. If you're walking on the street and somebody calls you an idiot, it'll close. Yes or no? One little thing, you're going and you tripped and little blood came in your toe, only your toe. But doors will close. Somebody pointed a toy gun at you, doors will close. Hello? So like this, there are people in your family and in the office and on the street. They'll do something to close your door, not by intent, because they're just, by nature, they're door closers. And all you need is that kind of excuse. Somebody said something, somebody did something, this happened, that happened, close the door. Wonderful. Close the door, close the window also, close the ventilator also. At least that way you will end. Sadhguru, we came here for your blessings, you're saying about ending. No, I'm just saying if you close off everything, you will end. If you open everything, you will become alive in a way that you cannot imagine. That your aliveness is not just about yourself, it can light up everything around you. Otherwise, you just keep the vent open, you will breathe. You will stay alive. It's like the ICU. Most homes are like ICU, you know. Not that I see you, I mean to say intensive care unit. There are support systems, physical, psychological, emotional tubes all attached. Every day in the morning, I love you, you love me, okay? Confirmation. Why? If you look at their bloody face, you must know whether they love you or not. Hello? I'm asking you. If you look at their face, you must know whether they love you or not, isn't it? No, this is ICU, intensive care unit. If you pull out one tube, things will fall apart. So these intensive care units, you must transform them into a cocoon of Ojas. Then, even if you live in a cubicle, you will still live in like a cosmic life. Most yogis lived in a small little cave, but their experience is cosmic because they loaded their place with energies which will allow you to break the limitations of physicality. Well, aspirations are there in everybody, but not enough commitment to make that happen. It's my wish and my blessing. Every one of you, you're here or wherever else you are, oh, something important call is coming. Sorry. They're asking you, why is Sadhguru still speaking, calling from home? He's supposed to shut up at 8:30, why is he still talking? ICU care. Like that, very efficient. So, it's my wish and my blessings that you create this for yourself in this life. Yeah. If you don't do this, when I'm here, believe me, it'll be an uphill task for you later on. Namaskar.
Several renowned Indian yogis have been known for their mastery of Ojas. Here are few such yogis. Patanjali. Patanjali is traditionally credited with compiling the Yoga Sutras, a key text outlining the 8 limbs of yoga, which include ethical precepts, physical postures, breath control and meditation. Patanjali's emphasis on the yamas and niyamas along with asanas, pranayama and dhyana create a comprehensive framework for maintaining and enhancing ojas. Practitioners can achieve physical health, mental clarity and spiritual purity. Swami Shivananda. Swami Shivananda was a physician turned renunciate who founded the Divine Life Society in Rishikesh, India. He authored numerous books on yoga, health and spirituality. Shivananda's teachings included the 5 points of yoga, proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, proper diet and positive thinking and meditation. These practices help to balance the body's energies, improve digestion and assimilation and increase vitality and mental clarity, all of which contribute to the cultivation of ojas. Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda was the founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship and the author of Autobiography of a Yogi, which has introduced millions to Kriya Yoga and meditation. Kriya Yoga, as taught by Yogananda, involves specific techniques to control the life force and promote inner stillness and spiritual awakening. This practice, combined with a vegetarian diet and ethical living, enhances the body's ability to produce and sustain ojas, leading to heightened spiritual awareness and vitality. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Sri Ramakrishna was a Bengali mystic whose teachings emphasized the universality of all religions. He experienced deep states of samadhi and had profound spiritual realizations. Ramakrishna's life was marked by intense spiritual practice, devotion and asceticism. His pure and devoted lifestyle, combined with his practice of celibacy and profound meditation, are seen as key factors in his cultivation of Ojas, which manifested in his extraordinary spiritual presence and energy. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, a disciple of Ramakrishna, is renowned for his speeches, particularly at the Parliament of the World's Religions in Chicago in 1893, where he introduced Indian spiritual thought to the West. Vivekananda advocated for a balanced life of intense work and deep meditation. He stressed the importance of celibacy for spiritual aspirants as well as the need for a disciplined life to preserve and enhance Ojas. His personal discipline and commitment to his spiritual path were key in his powerful oratory and dynamic leadership, both signs of high Ojas. These yogis not only taught about Ojas but also lived lives that exemplified its principles, demonstrating how spiritual practices, ethical living, and disciplined lifestyles can lead to the cultivation of this vital essence.